Well, New Orleans restaurateur Al Copeland is teaming up with a Boston native who is a top business executive.
They're joining forces to remake a company formed to produce ingredients for Popeye's restaurants. Tonight, Bill Capo has reports on their hope to return it into a national leader in the food service industry.
I bet you've never seen so many red beans in your life, but this container is one of many feeding a 10,000-pound kettle cooking the famous red beans for sale at over 2,000 Popeyes restaurants around the world. The delicious aroma makes the chairman of the board and the CEO hungry.
Red beans.
Red beans.
Love those red beans.
Favorite product is unquestionably red beans.
Chairman Al Copeland Jr. and CEO Peter Smith oversee this huge food factory, the home of Diversified Foods and Seasonings. So clean we were required to wear special clothing. It's a long way from very humble beginnings.
Well, this all started at my home when I was like 9 years old, when Popeyes was founded. We started blending spices and making batters in our garage and in our kitchen.
Now this 90,000 square foot facility in Madisonville is one of 3 Diversified Foods plants where products like red beans fill 5-pound bags that are flash frozen in 3 hours for shipment.
Popeyes represents about 70% of our business, and so I brought in top-notch executive Peter Smith, brought him in to try to grow this business.
I saw on LinkedIn Al Copeland had offered an opportunity to be CEO of Diversified Foods and Seasonings. I Googled it, did some work, and I found this to really be an intriguing opportunity.
Peter Smith has a long track record with major national companies like Procter & Gamble and Heinz. But it was when he became the CEO at Starkist Tuna, and he told the staff that he would double the price of tuna, that he created a controversy.
I had a grizzled 35-year-old veteran who worked with me. He said, Pete, with all due respect, single stupidest idea I have heard in the history of the tuna business. You cannot double the price of a 6-ounce can of tuna, and that spawned, innovation, where innovation is meeting an unmet consumer need, and that was the innovation of taking tuna out of a can and putting it in a pouch. Overnight, this became a $250 million business. 2
years later, Smith and Copeland are on a mission to turn Diversified Foods into a key ingredient in a very competitive national food service industry. The company met a goal last year, $100 million in sales.
Obviously, when I arrived, Al Jr. has a very aggressive vision for the business, which he made very clear to me. He said, Pete, your job is to double the size of the business.
That's in my blood. That's in my blood. I fight every day to be better, every single day, to grow and be stronger. And we do it through our people.
Now, the last room we were in smelled like red beans and rice because that's what they were making. Here, it smells very sweet. Peter, why? What are you making here?
Well, after red beans and rice, I think you need dessert. So what we are manufacturing here is actually referred to as Thunder Mix. And what it is a very rich, decadent brownie.
They're investing $15 million to upgrade the plants so they can produce food products for many needs. Spice mixes and ingredients for restaurants, sauces, gravies, and prepared dishes. And their test kitchen can design recipes to fit the client's needs.
So we are a custom food manufacturing operation. So we'll take the needs and desires or the trends, the current trends, and we'll create something that's very interesting for their restaurant.
And then you look at our plants, we have capacity of 320 million pounds. Right now we're manufacturing 125 million. 40% capacity right now. The sky's the limit.
But Copeland and Smith say there are so many ways to expand.
The majority of our business is the restaurant business, quick service restaurants. In the United States, that is a $700 billion business. There are 630,000 restaurants. We're in just shy of 6,000 restaurants. We're only in 1% of the entire restaurant universe in the U.S. Tremendous opportunity.
It's 85 degrees outside today, but in this freezer, it's below zero. What's in this freezer?
We've got a lot of red beans in this freezer right now. We've got like 1.5 million pounds of product in this freezer.
How long does that last? How long does it stay here?
1 week of inventory of red beans and about 30 days of some other product.
Along the way, Smith fell in love with New Orleans, despite meeting the local critters.
Well, he learned about termites and flying cockroaches and some new things that he hadn't seen before.
And I've never been chased down the driveway before by an insect. But other than that, it's been wonderful.
Two men leading a team of 120 on a culinary adventure. I'm Bill Capo, Eyewitness News.
Overall, Copeland and Smith say Diversified Foods is already producing more than 100 products for a variety of restaurants and food service companies.